Now chant. We will now chant the 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We'll chant the 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्भ त्वाम् अनुसन्धधामि भगवद्गीते भवत्वेशिनी। अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्थं वेद स वेदवित्। Shri Bhagavan says, the imperishable banyan tree of life, symbolized by the Ashwatha, has its roots above with the leaves and branches spreading below the earth. The leaves are said to be the Vedic hymns. One who knows this eternal tree becomes the knower of the Vedas. अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रकृष्टास्तशाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा वृषयः प्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके. The branches of this tree extend below and above the earth, nourished by the tree human attributes guna. Its buds are the sense objects. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound by the resultant actions of humans. Na rupamasye tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta ashvattamenam suvirudhamulam ashanga shastrena dridhena chitva. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Tatah patam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha तमेव चाड्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृतात् पुराणी. One must then seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and surrender to the Supreme Being from whom all activities started from the ancient times. Nirmana moha jita sangadosha Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimuktha sukha dukha sankhyair gacchantya muda padamavyayam tat. Those who are free from pride, delusion and attachment, those who dwell in the self, who are done with lust, who are free from the dualities of joy and sorrow, not confused, and those who know how to surrender to the Supreme Person, attain the eternal consciousness. Natad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. that space of eternal consciousness. My consciousness is not illuminated by the sun, nor the moon, nor by fire. Those who enter that space never return to this material world. Mamevamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manashazdhani indriyani prakritistani karshate. The living entities in this conditioned material world are a portion of my eternal self. In this conditioned material world, they are attracted by the six senses, which include mind dwelling in Prakriti, the active energy principle. Shariram yadavapnoti yacchatyukramati shvaraha grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandhani vashayat. The spirit in the mind body living in this material world moves from one body to another, carrying these just as air carries aroma. Shrotram chakshusparshanam cha rasanam ghranameva cha adhisthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. The living entity, the spirit, leaves one body, takes some other body, and gets new eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and sensing body according to the samskaras it had in the causal layer, and enjoys the new mental setup. Ukra mantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupashyanti paschanti jnana chakshushaha. Fools in ignorance do not perceive the spirit being united with the gunas as it enters, enjoys, and leaves the body. The one whose inner eye is open clearly perceives everything. Yatanto yoginas chainam paschantyatmanyavastitam yatanto prakritatmano nainam paschancha chetasaha. The serious practitioner of yoga with an understanding of his self can understand all this clearly, can see all this clearly. But those who do not have an understanding of the self, however much they try, cannot see. Yada didyagadam tejo jagadbhasayate khilam yachandramasi yachagno tattejo vidhi mamakam. The light of the sun and the light of the moon and the light of fire, all their radiance is also from me. Gama vishyacha bhutani dharayam yaha mojasa pushnami chauscha dhi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Entering into earth, I support all beings with my energy. Becoming the watery moon, I nourish all the plant life. Aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam dehamashritaha pranapanasama pachanyannam chaturvidham. I am the fire of digestion in every living body. I am the breath of life exhaled and inhaled, with which I digest the fourfold food. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto mattasmritirjnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarveirahameva vedyo vedanta kritveda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me came memory, knowledge, and their loss. I am known by the Vedas indeed. I am the creator of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Dvavimo purusho loke ksharascha eva cha ksharas sarvani bhutani kutastokshara uchyate. There are two things, the perishable and the imperishable in this world. There are the living beings who are perishable, while there is the unchangeable, the imperishable. Uttamah purushastvanyah paramatmetyudahrudah yo lokatrayamavishya bibhartyavyaya ishwaraha. Besides these two, there is the Supreme Purusha, the Lord Himself, who pervades and sustains these three worlds. Yasmaksharamati aksharatapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratitah purushottamaha. As I am transcendental, beyond both the perishable, the imperishable, and the best, I am declared both in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person, Purushottama. Yo mam evamasam mudho janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. Whoever knows me as the Supreme without a doubt is to be understood as the knower of everything, and he worships me with all his being. O son of Bharata! Iti gukyatamam shastram idham muktam maya nagha etad bhudva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha Bharata. This is the most profound teaching taught by me, O sinless one, and whoever knows this will become wise, and his actions will bear fruit. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitashu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purusha In the Upanishad of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the scripture of yoga dealing with Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, the science of Brahman, the Supreme Absolute, in the form of Krishna Arjuna Samvada, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. This is the 15th chapter named Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Being. Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We will now continue with the Manasa Puja. Om Hridpadmamasanam dadyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Padyam Charanayor dadyat Manastu Argyam Nivedayet Tena Amritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmritam Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranan Prakalpayet Tejastattvam Chadipartham Naivedyam Syat Sudham Buddhihi Anahatadhvanirgantha Vayutattvam Chachamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chatram Shabdhatattvam Chagitakam Nrityamindriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastatha Sumekalam Padmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidham Tatha Amayadhyir Bhava Pushpaihi Archayed Bhava Gocharam Amayam Anahankaram Aragam Amadham Tata Amohagam Adambam Cha Advesha Akshobhako Tata Amatsaryam Alopam Cha दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधाः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रहः दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् भगवन्तं श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवम्. We'll now offer the Upachara Puja. Om Hrim Etatpadyam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Esha Argyaha Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Achamaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Snaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Vastram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Eshad Gandaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Pushpam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Bilva Patram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Esha Dhupaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Esha Deepaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sopakarna Naivedyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Panathodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Punarachamaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Aratrikam. Om Rajadhirajaya Prasanya Sahine Namo Vayam Vai Shravanaya Kurmahe Same Kaman Kama Kamaya Mahyam Kameshwaro Vai